Welcome to WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I'm your presenter, Jessica Klein. First, on the local scene. Sagicor has launched eLife, a convenient, client-friendly portal that allows persons to purchase life insurance solutions completely online from end to end. The site was launched in mid-November with unique and affordable life insurance options. From anywhere on the island and at any time of the day, as long as they have internet access, individuals have access to eLife by visiting elife.sagicor.com. They simply log on to the platform, choose their financial solution, answer a few short questions, and in less than 45 seconds, can be given a quote with the final application taking a few minutes to complete. CEO of Sagicor Life Eastern Caribbean Inc., Donald Austin, said eLife is an affordable, easy to use platform that offers our customers convenience and the ability to purchase financial solutions from the comfort and safety of their homes or anywhere with an internet connection. One of the product offerings available on the platform is Sagicor Easy Choice, a new flexible term plan with no medical requirement that offers two coverage options that can be bought for as little as 66 EC dollars per month. Richmond Vale Academy, RVA, is expanding its sustainable living campaign with the construction of greywater sand filler recycling systems at 5 of the home gardens it has assisted Vincentian households in establishing. The objective is to strengthen capacities and awareness of communities in wastewater management through technical training and, among other things, group visits to the sites. The greywater systems are intended to improve water security and increase resilience in a region that is extremely vulnerable to the impacts of climate change and other natural risks, which include changes in rainfall variability and more frequent and intense tropical cyclones. At least 3 of the 5 households selected to host a greywater system will be headed by women. 3 of the systems will be located in Barrowley, 1 in Bookament, and 1 in Chateaubelair or Fitzhughes. RVA staff will train the builder staff in water management and greywater systems and encourage them to continue their work independently as water entrepreneurs. Still on the local scene, a 25-year-old man whose first sexual encounter was when he and 2 other men raped a 14-year-old girl on Christmas Eve 2016, has been jailed for 13 years and 10 months, 2 years less than his accomplices. Justice Brian Cottle handed down the prison sentence on Okito Jovan Quinty Jones, Ramrado Wright, and Mikhail Thomas of Georgetown at High Court No. 1 in Kingstown on Monday. He noted that Thomas was sexually inexperienced and the youngest of the assailants. Unlike with the sentences of the other 2 defendants, who saw their national sentences increased by 1 year, the judge moved down 1 year in Thomas's case to arrive at a sentence of 13 years, 10 months, and 23 days. Jones and Wright will each spend 15 years, 10 months, and 23 days in prison. In the region, the Pan American Health Organization has called for countries in the region to address inequalities that prevent progress towards ending AIDS as a public health threat by 2030. Around 2.3 million people live with HIV in Latin America and the Caribbean. In 2021, approximately 120,000 people became infected with the virus, and a further 35,000 lost their lives from AIDS-related causes. While 82% of people living with HIV in Latin America and the Caribbean know their status, only 69% receive treatment and 63% have a suppressed or undetectable viral load, which is essential for maintaining good health and preventing transmission of the virus to others. Among the tools available to eliminate AIDS are self-administered tests, drugs to prevent infection in people at substantial risk, and new drugs that are more effective and easier to take for those already living with HIV. While several countries in the region are accessing these tools through PAHO's strategic fund, this access remains inequitable and many in most affected populations continue to miss out. Currently, only 14 countries in the region have HIV self testing available, 25 countries have introduced dilute gravere, and only a very limited number of people at substantial risk of HIV infection receive PrEP. Still on the regional scene, a new report assessing the status health sector responses to violence against women was released by the Pan American Health Organization PAHO and calls on countries to accelerate the full implementation of strategies to address this pervasive public health and human rights problem in the region of the Americas. The report, addressing violence against women in health policies and protocols in the Americas, a regional status report, is the first of its kind. It reviews policies in PALHO's 35 member states and offers a roadmap for health systems to join a multi sectoral effort to address the issue. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, 1 out of every 3 women in the Americas experience physical and or sexual violence during their lifetime. Intimate partner violence is the most common form of violence against women, and up to 66 million women and girls are estimated to have experienced this form of violence in the region. The health sector has a key role to play in preventing or mitigating the impact of violence against women, and the new report highlights that 83% of PAHO member states have included this issue in their health plans or policies. And finally, on the international scene, at least 2 people have been killed and up to 30 are still missing due to a landslide on a motorway in southern Brazil. A torrent of mud fell onto the BR 376 highway in the state of Paraná, hitting more than 21 vehicles, according to authorities. Rescue workers at the scene said bad weather and the remote location were complicating the search effort. Firefighters are using a thermal camera to locate possible survivors. Aerial footage shows one lorry precariously hanging over the side of the bridge, which rescue workers found the body of its driver, who was identified as 62-year-old Juan Perez. A relative said he had worked as a lorry driver for most of his life and was well acquainted with the road where the accident happened. The name of the second victim has not yet been released. This has been WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I have been your presenter, Jessica Klein. Join us again at 5:30 p.m. for WEFM's evening news.